Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you've known me for more than 5 minutes or have met me at the boat ramp where we talk for hours upon hours about ducks and duck hunting, then you know what my passion is. You know what my obsession is. You know that it's my lifestyle 365 days. Well, today we're going to talk about waterfowl conservation. So stay tuned for Daddy Duck 365 Conservation Corner. Okay guys, today on the Conservation Corner, which is going to be our first episode of many episodes, we're going to talk about vegetation and the lack of vegetation in some of the lakes, and majority of the lakes that I have here in South Carolina, specifically in Santee Cooper. Now, years ago, the Santee Cooper lakes had a bad problem. And I will admit to that. It was a bad problem of hydrilla. There was just a lot of hydrilla, and it would interfere with the waterway and boating and getting into some fishing areas. It got up into the residential areas of the lake where people couldn't go out and swim. I guess they didn't like the little grass tickling their feet when they were swimming around. So the state and Santee Cooper decided to put out what they called a sterile hybrid grass carp. It was supposed to cut back on the hydrilla that was in the lakes. Well, over the years, they've continued to restock these grass carp, and now the Santee Cooper lakes are devoid of any type of SAV, subaquatic vegetation. Now, subaquatic vegetation is essential, especially for waterfowl, but it's also been very beneficial to other birds, such as, all types of waterfowl: ducks, geese, coots, ospreys, eagles, blue herrings, snowy white egrets, and so forth. And the reason it's beneficial to them is because it's also beneficial to the fishery. Small fry will get up into that grass and they can hide from bigger predators. Therefore, your fishery is going to be a lot bigger. Of course, these birds, they'll eat the fish when they can catch them, but the small fish have a better chance of survival. So therefore, your fishery it benefits from this subaquatic vegetation, the SAV. So what I'm going to be asking, I'm going to put down in the description below a template letter that was given to me by David Strickland. Now, David Strickland is I guess you would call him the executive director of a Facebook group called the Carolina Wildlife Syndicate. And we are just a bunch of hunters and fishermen and outdoorsmen that are very conservation minded. And it's not just about the ducks, it's about the fisheries, it's about all wildlife, all kind of things. So, if you're interested, take a look. It's on Facebook, Carolina Wildlife Syndicate. If you want to become a member, it won't cost you nothing. You just have to answer 3 easy questions. Just make sure you answer those 3 easy questions or you're not going to get in. And you don't have to be from South Carolina in order to join, but it is preferred that we have the public hunters and fishermen and conservationists from South Carolina. Waterfowl hunting it benefits a lot of things around the state. Not just talking about licenses and duck stamp sales, but small rural communities also benefit from the waterfowl hunter. And if we have a lot more waterfowl, we'll have a lot more hunters. Therefore, economically, these small businesses, these little mom and pop gas stations that sell ice and snacks and gas and whatnot will benefit from waterfowl hunters. Well, in order to get that, again, we need to get more subaquatic vegetation into our lake system. So we're asking to look at this letter, this template letter. I'm going to have it down in the description, like I said. Also going to have an email address. You can write your own letter or use the template, but email it to that address that you are opposed to the restocking and stocking of these grass carp. Now, the stockings of these grass carp have been proven by scientists already that it just doesn't work. And what happens is you get barren lakes. And when you get barren lakes, there's nothing there. The fishery's down. There's no fish. There's no invertebrates. There's no small vertebrates. There's no ducks. There's no geese. Everything goes away. And again, these things help. And I can't stress it enough. It just doesn't help the duck hunter in killing more ducks. It also helps these small rural communities who depend on outdoorsmen, hunters and fishermen, and even bird watchers and recreational boaters to stop by their stores to pick up snacks, ice, gas, and what have you. So what I ask is that you take a look at this template letter down in the description below, and please, all you need to do is copy and paste into an email. It'll take you less than 5 minutes. It probably took me just seconds to do it, and hey, I have some problems sometimes with the computer. But it just takes a few short minutes. Send this letter out and tell DNR, the South Carolina DNR, that we oppose this aquatic plant management draft. That we oppose it. We don't want it. We are sportsmen, we are outdoorsmen, and we are conservationists. And we want to see our wildlife thrive like it once did in South Carolina, where it was a very, very fun place to grow up as a kid. Anyway, I'm Matt. This is Daddy Duck 365. And thank you for joining me on this new little episode of the Conservation Corner.